So hi everyone, good evening all. Hope I am audible. Host, am I clearly audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. So hi everyone, welcome to yet another live from THiNC Institute of Design. So this particular live is all about the NID studio test examinations. So this year's for Bachelor of Design students, the NID mains examination, the studio test is over now, and hope every one of you have attended well this particular studio test examination. So it is after long 2 years of gap, they have not introduced, they have again come up with the studio test pattern of examination in the offline mode. So last 2 years it was in online mode, it was all about the online interview, the portfolio submissions, thematic reflective presentation. So such kind of variety of kind of topics were there for the last 2 years examination. So it is after 2 years of gap they have again reintroduced the studio test examination. So this particular live session is a discussion on this year's studio test examination. So what were the questions in the studio test examination? So what are the kind of questions this year students have gone through in this year's NID mains examination, or otherwise the studio test examination for the Bachelor of Design. So let's look one by one. So we all know the NID studio test examination in the last year. There were audio round, there were visual round, or interpersonal skills round, 3D models, or mystery walks. So such kind of topics were expected in the we were expecting such kind of topics in the studio test, and this year's also, like our expectations, this year's studio test also included such kind of different patterns of examination round. So first we will go with the audio round. So this year's examination also have the audio round, especially they will in the audio round they will play different sounds to a speaker, and the candidate has to identify the sounds and they have to write. So these were the kind of question they have been asked in the audio round. And this year's examinations, as from the student side, they from their review, there were sounds like water pouring, or opening of snacks packet, or typing in a keyboard or a typewriter, or touching an aluminum sheet, and also a wind blowing on a wall or window hangings, and bell rings. So such kind of sounds were there in the audio round. So moving on the next section, it was also something similar to identifying the sounds, but here they have just given a scenario like you were late and running from home to railway station, and you just have to identify the sound, or you just have to write on the sound which you will hear on the way to the railway station in that hurry. So that was another questions on sound, like identify the sound. So that was another question. So next was the mystery bag. So this kind of question is also were expected, because on the last year also there were questions related to the mystery bag. So in this particular category of question, what will they do? They will keep a black cover or a box, and an object will be kept inside that particular black cover or box, and with your hands you just have to feel that object, and you have to draw a 3D sketch of that identified object. So that was the mystery box. So simple, it was kept, an object will be kept inside a black box or black cover or a box, and you just have to feel, you just have to insert your hands in the black cover or the box, and you just have to feel that object well, and after that you have to draw a 3D sketch of that identified object. So that was the mystery box. So the fourth one was write up and also a drawing. So here they have given an incident, like this year's question was, so write about an incident that was not shared with your parent, and you just have to draw that in such a way that so you just also have to write the reason why you haven't mentioned that with your parent, or is there any kind of social concern on that particular issue. So that was one question, and you just have to illustrate or draw this particular reason. So that was one question. So that was the write up, and also you just have to draw with relation to the write-up. So that was another question for this year's NID mains examination. So the final one was the 3D modeling questions. Also, we have been expected a craft making kind of questions in NID studio test. So this year also there was a question like you have to make a 3D model to hold or carry 3 clay teapots. So it has to be carried or hold. And the materials were provided were like straw, like metal wire, ice cream sticks, sellotape, thread, and buttons. So these were the materials given. So you just have to create a model, 3D model to carry or hold these 3 clay and teapots. Okay, and it has to be, the product has to be in such a is that which can be easily removed. The clay, the teapots can be easily removed and also kept in that particular models also. And you just have to sketch your model and you just have to prepare a write-up based on your model. So that was another question. So these 5 questions, 5 different category of questions were asked. First one was the audio round. They just play sounds and you just have to identify. Next one was they have just given a scenario like in which you will experience sounds. So on like here it was a railway station, running towards railway station from home, and you just have to identify or imagine like the sounds you will hear on the way to the railway station. And another one was mystery box, like an object will be kept inside and you just have to identify and you just have to draw the 3D sketch. And another was write up and drawing, and the last one was the 3D modeling. So these are the kind of question which has been asked in this year's NID mains, studio test examination for Bachelor of Design. So this was the overall view of this year's mains examination. And like I have mentioned earlier, it is after 2 years they have reintroduced the studio test, the offline mode of examination. So hope all of you have attended it well. And also we are all so eagerly waiting for the final results. So all the best everyone. So that's it from our side for today's this particular live session. Thank you so much. So if you're having any kind of queries or doubt, please comment your queries or doubts in the comment section. So our team will give you proper answer on that. So that's it for today's live session. Thank you everyone. Thank you so much. And yeah, let's wind up the live session.